Hello friends, I welcome you all in the Ansarkari with the Yojana and Kurukshetra summary of the month August 2022. So the very first topic which we are going to deal is about the flag code of India, and this code came in the year 2002, which divided into three parts and provide general description. Code 2 display mentions about the displaying rules on the vehicles, on the monuments, on the buildings, and third, display rules for the central, state, as well as the different agencies of the government of India. The first Indian weekly newspaper is by Hickey's, which is known as Bengal Gazette, edited by James Augustus Hickey in the very year 1780. Payam-e-Azadi, it is an Urdu paper by Mirza Bedar Bakht. Song of Flag was given by Sham Lal Gupta Prasad. Sarfaroshi Ki Tamanna is a very famous dialogue or metaphor given by Bismil and Ashfaqullah Khan. Tagore gave a poem or produced a poem which is known as Bharat Prashasti. Dramatic performance is at 1876, cinematographic at 1918. In the 19th century, Madhusudan Dutt is a pioneer of modern Western theatre and play called Sharmishtha. So the name Madhusudan Dutt, so Dutt are basically Bengalis, but he's very famous for the Western theatre play, and Western word is not denoting the Western India, it is denoting the Western world. Deen Bandhu Mitra, he produced Neel Darpan as his journal. Play on Indigo Revolt in 1859 by Girish Chandra, and the full name is Girish Chandra Ghosh, who established National Theatre in the very year 1872. Halba Rebellion against British in the year 1774 to 79. It was a violent attack. Halba Rebellion. First revolt of 1857 in Sona Khan, Raipur, which is the capital of Chhattisgarh, by Narayan Singh against the Britishers and declared in 1857 as the first martyr in Chhattisgarh. So basically, Narayan Singh is the first martyr of 1857 revolt, and Sona Khan, Raipur, this was the place from where he belonged. Then we have the fourth plan or the fourth 5-year plan, which focused on the incentives and disincentives for the decentralization and disposal of small industries. SIDBI was established in the year 1990 to provide credit to small scale industry. MSME Act for the micro, small, and medium enterprises. Currently, 3,24.88 lakh unincorporated agricultural rural MSMEs we have. So MSMEs have a very potent role into the economy. They produce a number of products. They are the mega contributors to the GDP of India and the employment generation. Employ the weaker section. PM Employment Generation Program, or in short PMEGP. So the name is suggesting to employment generate, and for this, the credit link subsidy schemes are provided for setting up micro enterprises or the micro industries and generate employment in the rural and the urban areas through KVIC or the KVIC, etc., which is Khadi organization. Spurti scheme. Spurti is basically a scheme of fund. So it is a fund for regeneration of traditional industries. It was launched in the year 2005 to 6 to make traditional industries productive, competitive by organizing traditional industries and artisans into clusters. So basically into the remote areas or into the rural or the urban areas, that small industries or the traditional industries clusters are established, and for that the fund is established, which is known as Spurti. Aspire. Aspire came in 2015. Is to promote innovation and rural entrepreneurship via rural livelihood business incubators. तो जो business करना चाहता है in remote areas में, rural areas में, to basically provide innovation to them, money to them. Such schemes are there. Techno business incubators, fund of funds for the startup creation in the agro-based industries. Stand Up India scheme. It is a composite. It provides composite loans between 10 to 100 lakhs for setting up greenfield. Greenfield basically means a new project into the known farming sectors by the SC, ST, and women entrepreneurs. Stand Up India. Atal Innovation Mission. We have read it in our previous videos as well as Atal Community Innovation Centers So these centers are to leverage the private sector expertise, nurture higher growth and employment, generate startups across the country, reach bottom of the pyramid, provide equitable opportunities by reducing lab to land distance. So this sentence might appear in the prelims exam. Land to lab to land distance is a component of which mission of the government of India? So it is a Atal Innovation Mission, whose sub-component is Atal Community Innovation Center. It provides solution-driven thinking and supported by the public-private. These community centers also runs community innovator fellowship programs in collaboration with the United Nations Development Program to facilitate knowledge building and provide infrastructure support essential for the entrepreneurship. MIT, which is the Ministry of Electronics and Technology, says that India's BPO promotion scheme. So basically, it has a BPO promotion और backend offices जिन्हें हम कहते हैं BPO promotion schemes to promote employment generation and lay balanced regional growth. So the famous centers like Gurugram, Noida, Faridabad, Hyderabad, Bangalore, they are the mega centers of the BPOs. Based on the PPP via viability gap funding provided by the government, it provides financial support of 50% of the expenditure and additional 5% incentives for the women. So in total, 55% it amounts gives. Nipun Bharat scheme. Nipun Bharat scheme is basically for the children to attain foundational literacy. Muria tribe is in the Bastar, Jharkhand state. Vishnu Prasad Rabha, he is referred as Kala Guru in Assam. So Kala, which is the art, and art guru Vishnu Prasad Rabha in the state of Assam. Khangjom Parva, it is a festival or traditional ballad in the state of Manipur sung by soldiers in the Anglo-Manipur War 1891. Anti-British daily Nab Yug by A.K. Fazlul Haq. Nazrul uh, Nazrul is a very famous freedom fighter who joined the National Cooperation Movement. He wrote a poem called Bidrohi, Weekly Dhumketu or The Comet, and musical drama Basant. He also produced love poems like Madhabi, Pralap, Anamika, and a book Bisher Banshi. Premchand has a very famous text, Godan, in the year 1936. Inkilab Zindabad was a slogan in the Urdu by Subhash Chandra Bose. Ramabai, Hindu Stri Ka Jeevan is a work by Ramabai. Shah Jahan Begum wrote Tehzeeb un Niswan or Tarbiyat ul Insan. So three words are repeating Tehzeeb, Niswan, Tarbiyat, Insan. So basically, this is a very fact which you should learn. Begum Qudsiya Ezaz Razul says from Parda to Parliament. So it is a sign of women empowerment. In 1950s, agriculture contributed 50% in the GDP, employed 70% of the population, and in 2019 to 20, it has reduced to 18.4% in the GDP and 46.5% of the population, which is currently into the agriculture. Now, what are the important challenges? Underemployment, disguised unemployment, seasonal unemployment, seasonal employment, lack of sustained investment, easy credit availability, climate certainties, and market access. These last three topics or these last 3 points are the solutions for the agriculture sector. Rural industrialization. It focuses on small industries, facilitate transitions from traditional and labor-intensive agrarian economy to industrialized economy with the potential of equitable distribution of national income. Industrial Policy Resolution 1948 stressed on the important role of cottage and small-scale industries. Parliament declared socialistic pattern of society as its social and economic policy through a resolution in 1954. Planning Commission report on village and small-scale industries came in the second year plan, and a committee called Carvey Committee report in the 1955 produced it. Third five-year plan focused on improvement of the skills, supply of technical advice, better equipment and credit, and reduce subsidies and provide shelter markets. National Education Policy to 2020 focuses on digital skills, vocational training, entrepreneurial training at school and the university levels. National Skills Qualification Framework to skill and to provide skill at the school level from 6th class onwards and universalize digital skills training across all schools. If we talk about Udyami Bharat program, so Udyami is basically the industries, and it is launched on 30 June 2022, focuses on the industrialization drive, entrepreneurship, creation of MSMEs and employment generation, and as well as boost exports. Now, what are the four E's if you write in the mains exam? So this is the entrepreneurship, enabling environment, employment, and exports. So these are the circular E's we can say. After agriculture, MSME employs the largest number of workforce and benefits to MSMEs like eligible for priority sector lending by the scheduled commercial banks, minimum 25% annual procurement by the CPSCs from the MSMEs. It's a mandatory requirement by the different CPSCs or the central public sector enterprises. Emergency credit line guarantee scheme. It was introduced during the time of COVID to provide guarantee cover of 5 lakh crores in 2020. RAMP, raise and accelerate MSMEs program. So to accelerate the development of the MSMEs, we have a RAMP, then CBFTE, which is capacity building scheme for the first time exporters. Goal 2.0, going online as leaders. It aims to digital upskilling 10 lakh youth by promoting entrepreneur among tribals. So goal is basically for the online empowerment and the promotion of entrepreneurships among the tribals. Udyam registration portal, again for the industries, e-shram. So these are the industrial registration portals where the industries, whether it is a minor industry or the mega industry, have to register, which is called e-shram. National Career Service, Atmanirbhar Skilled Employer Mapping, ASEEM portal. Two cornerstones of Udyams are ITR and GSTN databases. This is very important information to remember. ITR and GSTN databases are the two cornerstones of the Udyam. E-Shram portal. It is a centralized database of the unorganized workers. National Career Service and ASEEM portals match supply of workforce with demand. Main drivers of growth in the exports are engineering products, petro, e-goods. Half of the exports, which is merchandise exports, comes from the MSME. Village Industries Program focuses on agro-based and FPI, forest-based industries, handmade paper and fiber industry, mineral-based industry, rural engineering, biotechnology industries, and services and textiles. Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Rural Industrialization is working on 6 verticals to strengthen the rural India in micro and small industries via entrepreneur development, training, skill development, quality, guidance, and so on. Khadi textile, bioprocessing and herbal, rural chemical industries, rural craft, engineering, rural energy, infra management and system. Spurti scheme again comes. It is for the MSMEs. So it's a scheme of funds for regenerate and traditional industries to organize traditional industries artisans into clusters to make them competitive and rise their income. Two types of clusters it is talking about. A regular, which is a 500 artisans with government assistance of 2.5 crore, and major cluster of 500 plus artisans with the investment of 5 crore. Time frame is 12 months and 18 months respectively. It focuses on upgradation of the infrastructure by developing common facility centers with the latest machine and creation of new material bank. Provide training and skills to develop artisans, exposure visits, product development. Develop new market linkages, including e-commerce tie-ups. Partnership with the Institute of Emirences for the new designs. PM Employment Generation Program. It is by the Ministry of MSMEs since 2008 and 9. Via KVIC, Khadi Village and Industry Commission is a nodal to generate self-employment opportunity by setting up micro enterprises in the non-farm sector, including cottage, KVIC, artisans, and youth. Margin money subsidy of 25% is given in the urban areas and 15% in the rural areas, and special states are getting 35%. Its primary focus is on generating rural employment. Now, schemes implemented by the COER board. COER board is lie under the Ministry of MSME, and it is implementing COER Vikas Yojana, which comprised of science and technology, skill upgradation, Mahila Koir Yojana, domestic market promotion, export market promotion, trade and industry, related functional support services, welfare measures, Koir industry techno upgradation scheme. Spurti and Aspire both are implemented by the Koir board, which is lying under the Ministry of MSME. Koir Yuddhami Yojana was started in the year 2015-16 up to 17-18. So it is the Sunrise scheme and subsumed in the Prime Minister Employment Generation. Then program under the KVIC is beekeeping for the honey production, started in the year 2017. Pottery program, Kumhar Sashakti-karan, Khadi Vikas Yojana. Ministry of Rural Development has a program called Startup Village Entrepreneur Program as a sub-scheme under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission. Rozgar Youth Gaon component under Khadi Vikas Yojana. Rural economy comprises of 46% of the national income, which is very important. In 2011-12, workforce participation rate for the urban male and urban female was 54.6% and 14.7% respectively, while the rural male and rural female was 54 and 24. So it is simply understood that the women of the rural areas are the major participants in the national income as compared to the urban female. Industries are the units that manufacture goods and articles for the consumption by mass and generate employment. According to 8 5-year plan, 4 groups of industries were classified: traditional village industry, heavy industry, medium group, and light industries. Scheme strengthening Make in India and the agri-rural enterprises, Aspire. So Aspire started in the 2015 for training incubation to entrepreneurs in the agro-rural sector and provide innovative business solutions at the district levels, promote competition in the MSMEs. Second scheme under the Make in India and the agri-rural enterprise we have is of Startup India. It is a micro enterprises recognized by Department of Industry and Internal Trade as a startup, given initiative benefits under Startup India Seed Fund Scheme, provided fund of funds, ease of procurement, income tax exemptions for 3 years, support for intellectual property, international access, national startup year. Then Ministry of Agriculture has Innovation and Agriculture Entrepreneur Development Program, started in the year 2018-19 under the Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, which provides technical financial support for the incubation ecosystem and startups being supported by National Agriculture Innovation Fund by ICAR. Startup Village Entrepreneur Program under DNRLM, which is the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, help rural women to set enterprises at village level in the known farms. PM Kisan Sampada Yojana by the Minister of Food since 2019 to develop food processing sector, including agro products, benefit 34 lakh farmers. Its components are mega food park, cold chain, value addition infra, expanding food processing, preservation capacities, agro processing clusters, creating backward forward linkages, food safety, quality, human resource, operation green. Prime Minister formalization of micro food processing enterprise scheme. It is a credit linked subsidy scheme to promote rural industry by Minister of Food Processing. Purti scheme, again for the regeneration of traditional industries. Gramodaya Vikas Yojana to develop village based industries. Honey mission, Kumbha Harsh Shakti-karan program for the mineral based industries. Supplement Adivasi income skill upgradation. India is the largest milk producer in the world. Dairy sector contributes approximately 70% to the livestock GVA. Employ 80 million farmers. Livestock is considered as a stable source of livelihood, account 15% of the average monthly income. For dairy and livestock development, we have 15,000 crore Animal Husbandry Infra Development Fund under the Atmanirbhar package. It provides interest subsidy, promote private players, MSMEs in the dairy, meat processing, animal feed plants, may create 3.5 million jobs. Department of Animal Husbandry has a program called Rashtriya Gokul Mission and National Program for Dairy Development, National Livestock Mission, Livelihood Census, Integrated Sample Survey. Disease Control Program renamed as Livestock Health and Disease Control, National Animal Disease Control Program, Infra Development Fund, merger of Animal Husbandry Infra Development Fund and Dairy Infra Development. So basically these are the factors in which we have to mug up. Then India is the second largest fish producing country in the world, 7.56% of the global production. employ 14.5 million people. To boost this sector, we have PM Matsya Sampada Yojana, Fisheries and Aqua Infra Development Fund, Kisan Credit Cards. In poultry, Rural Backyard Poultry Development Programs, Poultry Venture Capital Fund by Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy to provide for assistance to modernize, create employment entrepreneurship. Digital India Campaign 2015 to create online infrastructure and improve internet connectivity. Example, Make in India, Startup India, Smart City, eNAM, e-Visa, One Nation, One Ration Card, digital payment, techno-based programs, etc. So and so forth. PM Gramin Digital Saksharta Abhiyan. It was started in the year 2017 to establish common service centers. Major advantages of rural industrialization is low capital investment, availability of localized resources, low transaction cost, employment generation. PM Gram Sadak Yojana in the year 2000 to help poverty reduction. So to promote rural economy, need agricultural diversification like mixed cropping, vertical farmings, zero-based budgeting in farming, establishment of agro-food processing, non-farm business establishment, organic farming, more export, so on and so forth. Then Aspire and Spooty we have done. Then PM Employment Generation Program, again, it is implemented by the KVIC, promote MSME, self-help groups, cooperatives under the Society Registration Act of 1860. PM Mudra Yojana to refinance support to banks and microfund institutions to lend to micro units having loan requirement up to 10 lakhs. Launched in the year 2015 to provide services to small rural and semi-urban entrepreneurs outside service areas of the regular bank. It provides three categories of loans: Shishu up to 50,000, Kishore up to 5 lakh, and Tarun up to 10 lakhs. Credit guarantee scheme for the micro and small enterprises. Credit guarantee for the micro and small enterprises to revive the rural industries and entrepreneurs. It facilitates credit to MSME units through collateral-free credit facility. Ministry of MSME plus SIDBI both have established a trust called Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for the micro and small enterprises to implement credit guarantee scheme for MSME. It is a corpus of trust combined by government plus SIDBI. 70% of the loan amount to bank guaranteed by trust fund provide collateral-free loan up to a limit of 200 lakh for the individual MSME. In 2022-23, budget emergency credit line guarantee scheme allocated to MSME worth 15,000 crore. Now, what are the important sectors of the agri-business? Input sector, which comprises of chemical or biological, production sector, processing and value addition, marketing and sales, and support sector. World Bank report on enabling business of agriculture 2019. 12th five-year plan focuses on more inclusive and sustainable agricultural growth. Integrated scheme for the agriculture market 2013. It create and integrate agri value chain and utilize information technology, data, nationwide integration network, catalyze private investment, agri business, enhance research, training, development in the area, agri clinics and agri business centers. It is a scheme of Ministry of Agriculture plus NABARD for the better farm practices, market trends, financial assistance, techno dissemination, clinical facilities for the animals, and agri-business centers are the commercial divisions of the agricultural ventures. Prime Minister Mega Integrated Textile Region and Apparel Parks, PM Mitra. So PM Mitra basically it's for the textile parks. October 2021, it was started to strengthen industrial textile by enabling scale of operations, reduce logistic costs, by house entire value chain at one location, attract investment, generate employment, augment export. Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana started in the 2015 to universalize social mobilization. At least one woman of rural household to be brought under self-help groups. Focus on victims of poverty, manual scavenging, human trafficking, PWDs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups, legally released laborers. It focuses on institution of capacity building, financial inclusion, interest subvention, and sub schemes are Mahila Kisan Sashakti Pariyojana for the women empowerment, Startup Village Entrepreneurship Program, Ajivika Gramin Vikas Yojana, National Rural Economic Transformation Project, Rural Self-Employment Training Institutes. So basically this much we have in the month of August. and will be soon coming on the next month magazine. So thank you so much.